The camera settings on the Fujifilm X100V are much more logical than on many other cameras, although sometimes new Fujifilm users are surprised that they can't find, for example, a fully manual mode on the Fujifilm X100 camera. Usually this surprises people who have switched from other manufacturers' cameras where you can see a mode dial prominently placed, but on Fuji cameras it is not present. This is not a design flaw of Fujifilm, it's just that this camera doesn't need a dial that complicates the operation. It has only what is necessary. Therefore, you don't need to look for something that shouldn't be in good and user-friendly cameras. As usual, full manual control is achieved by manually setting three main parameters: aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. And now, look at how simple it is to do this on this camera. The aperture is set here directly on the lens. The shutter speed is on the top dial. ISO is also set on this same dial, but only after you lift it slightly. This is the so-called manual mode, where you set everything yourself. You may ask, what about shutter priority and aperture priority modes? In the Fujifilm X100, you don't need to specify which setting is primary and will be prioritized. Here, it's the opposite. You need to indicate the setting you want to entrust to the camera's automation. Do you want the camera to set the aperture automatically? Here is the auto mode on the aperture selection ring. Do you want automatic shutter speed? Here it is on the shutter speed selection dial, and here is the automatic ISO selection. Everything is simple and logical, and beginners don't need to remember what the letters of different modes mean. Finally, if you are looking for manual focus, it is activated here. If you are not familiar with the purpose of shutter speed, aperture, and sensitivity, here is a link to the best 19-minute photography basics lesson for beginners. Don't forget to check out other interesting videos on our channel.